think he's with the right coach, man. I think it's a
Andy
good pairing. I don't think they
Reid,
win without each other. You know what I'm saying?
Andy Reid finally has his guy.
Yep.
Shifty guy. He's everything that and Big Red. All right. So what Patrick Mahomes is everything that he wanted Donovan McNabb to be. That's everything that he wanted him to be. Like Mahomes is everything, single thing that he wanted in Donovan McNabb. And I'm, you know what, and I'm proud of Big Red, bro. He deserved it. Andy Reid, in all those years in the cold, losing year after year, just getting so close, an inch of it, and now he's getting the fruits of his labor. He has a potential. He's going on a potential three-peat. So, I'm just I'm happy for Andy Reid.
I am too, man. Because man, he put in the work. And people don't realize the level of genius Andy Reid really is, especially offensively, man. Like, he can mask their flaws so well. No other coach can mask flaws like Andy Reid does.
It's a mess when you watching his offense lineup and just his routes, the route concepts that Patrick Mahomes can convey out there. And a lot of people don't give Andy Reid this much credit. His ability to teach. Just look at his the coaching tree. Look at what Bieniemy's doing.
Yeah.
He took a regular guy. He took a guy, a decent college football player, decent NFL football player, and he made this guy into one of the boy wonders. But besides him, Kyle Shanahan, and Sean McVay, I would put Eric Bieniemy in that number.
Where is Bieniemy? I don't know. It's in college ball.
UCLA.
He's at UCLA.
It's him and Deshaun Foster's head coach, right?
Yeah.
And then they're putting it together. They have a pretty decent team. It's just they're putting it together. I believe in Bieniemy. I believe he's going to be a phenomenal coach in the NCAA or the NFL. I feel that he should have been an NFL coach somewhere. What's so different between him and DeMeco Ryan? What's the difference between DeMeco Ryan? He had that 1 year with Robert Slaw defense. All he was just a plug in and play. So Eric Bieniemy, he had all that success. It's really the same, just on the opposite end of the spectrum. DeMeco Ryan was a phenomenal defensive coordinator, and now you have Eric Bieniemy. He's a phenomenal play caller. What's the difference?
And I think the comparison's really good there too. Go ahead, NSJ.
Go ahead, get your thought out. I'll come after you.
I think it's a really good comparison. I think you get disciplined teams too, just like you get with DeMeco Ryans, because Bieniemy ain't putting up with no BS, man. Like he's grown up in the room. Like he's got his shit together, man. And I'm just a big fan of how he carries himself, like how he handles teams, how he talks to guys, his expectations, and like he don't let you slip up by the wayside. Like he holds everybody up to the standard. Like I remember watching things about how his practice teams would put up such fights and stuff at the Chiefs. Second, third string guys would put up fights just because of how he coached them up, the way they respect them, they played up. So yeah, man, I've always been impressed with him.
You know what? I'll second that. And you know what it is? Those old school Southern traditional values. The way he carries himself as a man. If you look at all these other coaches, the only ones that really have control of these players are the guys from down south, or are the coaches from south.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even like, okay, Nick Saban's from West Virginia. You can kind of call, but Nick Saban, he's our guy. He spent so much time in the South between Louisiana and Alabama. Mm-hmm. He's an honorary Southerner.
Louisiana, Miami, Alabama. You know what I'm saying?
And he's our guy. So it's plenty of coaches. Kirby, well, I can't say him. He letting these fucking guys. I don't know. Taylor, I don't know. Ricky Bobby. It's Ricky Bobby moving in real life. I don't know, man. He's.
Welcome to Niggas Seven Dream Sports Talk TV, y'all. And we're back with this another new show that I'm trying out. And honestly, I never said this, and I waited for this time to say it. And it's funny because when I was texting back and forth, I was in the barbershop earlier, And honestly, this show is inspired by my man Van because, he kept, I ain't gonna say he came up with the concept, but he was doing this concept. And I know we both like just talking football. I know my man Chris like talking football. Only person we missing right now is Coach Dude. That's the only person. That's what we missing on this panel right now is Coach Dude.
Thanks.
So this thing is let's just talk football. Like I said, inspired by Van because I loved that show when you was doing it. I love that show. And when I was thinking about the show, I ain't never say it inspired by you, but this was inspired by. So tonight, we're going to try to make this thing a regular thing, and we going forward. So y'all, you're going to hear college football. You might hear some high school. You're going to hear NFL. Hell, 1 week, we might even have a damn discussion about girls' flag. Not saying it's all the way true, but I'm just saying it's just football tonight, y'all.
Lingerie League, the Lingerie League.
Hey, I'm just saying it's just football tonight. So, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. I hope y'all like it. And y'all, we bringing up random football topics. We're talking about random football things. If y'all want to interact in the chat, y'all can bring up some stuff that y'all heard about. Y'all want to talk about whatever. If it's football, we're going to talk about it. Doesn't have to specifically be just Bama, Georgia, LSU, and then like whatever. It's football. But y'all, let's get into it, man. And Chris, I'm gonna let you pop this thing off, man, because you brought up something that you're like to discuss or whatever. So you can pop this thing off, man. Let's get into it.
I wanted both y'all opinion. This is an Alabama nested station, so let's just start it off like this. What is your guys' opinion on how Caleb DeBoer has been recruiting? Do you like it? And what do you see it going in the future? Do you like the recruits? What do you like? What is it? Is there any specific recruits that you like? Do you like the geographical location he's going to get these guys from? Do you think he knows what the hell he's doing? Do you think he doesn't know what the hell he's doing? Does he have the right recruiting coordinator in? What's going on? Because I have my opinion. I have my opinion on y'all 2024 class, and I also have my opinion on y'all 2025 class. So I'm gonna let y'all rock out, and then I'll come back in.
I'm gonna let NSJ, if that's cool, I'm gonna let you lead off with this one because I know you keep up with recruiting more than I do anymore.
Yes. Honestly, for 2024 was a class that he came in and had to basically recruit what he could. We had some decommits, we had some guys that want to dip out or whatever. So that I'm looking at this 2025 class. And do I like what he's doing so far? I'm gonna say yes, but is the geographical location? It's all over the place right now because I believe he's going with the relationships that he has built, some of the guys that he really wanted, and the relationships that he has built so far. So that's cool because we got some pretty good dudes. Dijon Lee, I like Dijon Lee. I like that guy. We recruit some of them matter day guys as well. I like that. And when I say it's all over the place, it's all over the place because we go up to New Jersey. We got a dog up there, a 4-star dog now in Lazia Brooks, who just broke the New Jersey, I want to say passing record or something like that. So we getting guys like that, and I like it so far. But do I feel like if he stays down here in Alabama, I think that will change through the course of his recruiting class when he sees how the SEC thing plays out. But as of so far, I like it a lot. I like it a lot. It's just one of the things we got to see how it plays out. Do I want to see him make some pushes for more guys in the South? Yes, I want to see him make that last little push for these guys in the South because we still got Terry Bussey out there. We still got some guys going to take visits to Georgia as well. Like now, Aaron Turbo Rogers, a guy that came from Pike Road. He went to IMG Academy. Now he came back to Carver Montgomery. These guys are still going to take visits. I like to see him try to make an effort in my guy in Alabama, in-state guy. Naeem Alford. I like that guy. Make pushes towards these guys. Make your last final push, because one of the Bama fans, we get hyped so much on the moment, living in the moment. Right now, the top class or whatever, but we saw live in the moment. It was so far in the moment to where people was even saying Coach Kellen the boys recruiting better than Nick Saban. And that's the thing we can't say yet, because one thing we know about Coach Saban, he was the master at the special game. He'll flip a guy goddamn on 2-3 hours before the goddamn dude's supposed to commit. He'll flip a dude 2 days before he commit. He was good at that. Can Coach Kellen DeBoer hold these recruits? Okay, he flipped some of the special recruits that add on to the class and make it even more special. That's my thoughts. But I think right now I like it so far. It's hard to judge because it's all over the place. I think he's recruiting guys that he's familiar with right now.
Well, I concur just a little bit, and I'm gonna give you some pushback.
Yeah.
For whoever's saying that Coach Caleb DeBoer is recruiting better than Nick Saban, the greatest recruiter of all time, obviously they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And I'm sorry, I have to say this from the bottom of my fucking heart, bro, because they don't know what they're talking about. Caleb DeBoer wasn't even recruiting well at Alabama until Nick Saban had signed in to be the advisor, and subsequently all these 5-star guys come back. That's just how I looked at it from my perspective on my spectrum. He wasn't doing anything until Nick Saban took that to the advisor role, and he said, and then subsequently these guys start rolling back in. But all right, that's either here or there. What I like what he's doing over there, me as you guys being our mortal enemy, I kind of like it a little bit, and I kind of like you guys have like 10 players from the South, and then the other 6 players are from California. The 4 key guys that I really like, Caleb Cunningham. I think he's going to be an animal to you.
My guy.
Going to be a great complimentary piece to Ryan Williams, sophomore and a true freshman. Now he will start. Dijon Lee. And if you're going to go out of this realm of the South, go get a 5-star guy. You can go get a 4-star corner from anywhere in the South and make him into what you want to be. Hell, even a 3-star Alabama guy, a 3-star Mississippi guy, a 3-star Texas guy. If you're going to go past the Mason-Dixon line, you need to go get either the top 4 or 5 at his position in state, or he has to be a blue chip guy. He has to be the number 1 overall. Ackland Deer from Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
Love it. He's an animal. I paid attention to him in high school. I love everything that he's doing. He's going to be a good guy from when Jam Miller and all those guys leaving out. He's going to be a good plug-in piece. Daryl Johnson. I don't think that y'all are highlighting this recruit. I know he's not a 5-star, but he's a 4-star that does every fucking thing right in high school. He does everything.
Yeah.
Mr. Football in Georgia. This dude here, so I watched a little bit of him a couple weeks ago because I remember LSU was trying to target him. Mm-hmm. He's a cornerback. He's a defensive back, and he won. I think last year he won the defensive player of the year. But guess what? He's not also he can be a wildcat guy for y'all as well, because he also plays running back and he's a quarterback as well. So he's a triple threat guy. So I mean, on one hand, I love what Caleb DeBoer is doing, and on the other hand, like y'all, I'm seeing y'all going to get linebackers from California. Y'all going to get another. Y'all got 2 cornerbacks again from California. I think that's the fucking problem now. Y'all got all these light skinned boys in the back, and y'all secondary from California. I mean, come on, bro. What is it? What's going on, bro? So, I mean, on one hand, I love what Caleb DeBoer is doing on your recruiting, but I think it's a little West Coast heavy. I'm even looking at a couple of guys. Y'all went got a guy from Quebec, a Quebec athlete. I don't know what he's gonna do. And you went got a guy from Kansas and Ohio. So I mean, this recruiting class is not a fundamentally Alabama recruiting class. The recruiting class that I'm known for Alabama, You have your in-state guys. You have a couple of guys from Georgia. You have a couple of guys from, or a lot of guys from Florida, and some guys from Louisiana. And you can go get an O-lineman from anywhere. That's what I know for Alabama to recruit. This recruiting class has his fingerprints all over.
Like I said, with that, I think it's just familiarity with what he got, what he had going on with Washington. You got to get that. But like I said, my main thing in the end was I need to see him make more push towards the guys down south. And my guys that you brought some guys up that you like, and I can say for me, it's all the Mississippi guys: Caleb Cunningham, A.K. Deer, and the guy Landon Simmons. That dude is a dog. I think he really has the potential to bring the old nostalgia defensive line type play at Alabama. I think he's one of those type of guys. The Mississippi guys for this class for me. Caleb Cunningham was the dog that I really wanted to see. What's up, Blake Miles? This is a guy I really wanted to see. And even after the Vandy loss, he say he locked in or whatever. So let's hold true to that. I hope it's all true to that. But I ain't got nothing wrong with what you said. I like everything you said, man. Because like you said, if you're going out west or whatever to get a guy, it need to be a 5-star guy. It got to be a blue chipper. It got to be because just in the South alone, you can find a goddamn 4-star up on the rock somewhere up in a small school somewhere. You can find that guy. I'm gonna tell you about AJ Harris, 5-star commit who went to Georgia, transferred to Penn State. That's balling out at Penn State, cornerback. Fact is, he went to Central, but he came from a private school in Alabama, Glenwood, right up the street. That's where he came from. So when you talk about 4-star guys in your area, yes. So if you're going out of place, you gotta go get the blue chippers. You gotta go get them blue chippers. I agree.
Facts, man. Yeah, I just hope that he understands the nuance of recruiting in the South. And I'm an LSU fan, but it's like the Batman and the Joker. Yeah, Batman needs the Joker. We need Alabama to be good so he can Gotham is at Gotham City is in an uprest. So we always need y'all. We always need the Joker around to start shit. So I want you guys to be phenomenal in recruiting, man. I don't want y'all to fall off. I don't want Caleb DeBoer to ruin this thing. I actually want him to be a good coach.
Yeah. Van, you got any thoughts on that?
Oh yeah, man. As far as players that I like so far that are hard commits right now, man, I'm really, really big on of course, Keelan Russell. Everybody's hyped up about Keelan Russell. But yeah, you were talking about the kid from Georgia. What was his name?
Darrell Johnson.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out, man. Because I think I seen some highlight tape of his. Is he Dodge County?
Huh?
He played for Dodge County?
I think so. I think that's the school, yes. I think that's
Yeah, dude. That kid, like his highlight reel could be an hour long. Because like what Chris talked about, his ability to play so many different possessions at a high level. He's a good student. He's a good kid. You don't have to worry about him off the field. I mean, that's the perfect kind of guy to bring into a program as a new coach. He's somebody you can lean on, you can trust. There's several guys, but you said something, man, and I agree with it so much. When I'm building a defense, I want my defense from the southern states, specifically Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida. That's when Alabama has had really good dogs on defense. And we've had those world-beaten defenses. That's where those players come from. I know you can pick and point guys from California or here and there, but overall, Alabama, you look at like back in the early Saban years, we were pulling guys out of Alabama that I don't think a lot of teams were chasing very hard. And he molded those guys into what he wanted. And I like when you can take a 3-4-star guy that ain't as heavily recruited as the 5-star and can mold him into what you want out of him. Some of those guys are so grateful to be offered by a big school, they come in and work twice as hard as the 5-star guy. I'm not a big star person. I see a lot of these 5-stars fall flat a lot of times. You can go back over the years.
Because
you can look at top 10 positions from like 2012, 2013. And sure, you can pick out guys that have been superstars, but a lot of them fall by the wayside. And now that the transfer portal, the transfer portal, and we've talked about some of the good things transfer portal done, but it also lets guys like them fall in the cracks too, because they'll transfer here, then they'll transfer to another team, and they don't perform well at either school, and they were highly touted coming out of high school. The next thing you know, you never hear that kid again. So the board really does have to make sure his roots are down south, though. I 100% agree with you. I like my DBs out of Louisiana. I always have. That's just I just like those DBs that come out of Louisiana. It's that style of high school ball. You're not going to surprise them with nothing. They play against high competition all the time. I like my linebackers from South Alabama. I always have. You know,
I like Jordan.
You know, like D'Amico Ryans. I know he played at Decatur, which ain't South Alabama, but you get what I'm saying. I've always liked them linebackers from Alabama. Those 3 and 4 stars, a lot of times they'll hit you harder and play smarter than some of your 5 stars, because a guy like that knows he's got to work his butt off to stay up here with the 5-star athletically. But sometimes the 5-star a little bit lazy because he's rode his God-given abilities. He don't work so hard fundamentally, and then sophomore, junior season, guys that wouldn't have recruited him start passing him. You see it every day. So yeah, I don't necessarily think he's doing a bad job by any means. I think composite rank right now is number 2, but I don't see any foundation builders across the board. You know, if I'm trying to get my name in there as I'm Kalen DeBoer and this is my new era at Alabama, there's a few guys I'd like him to sew up. But overall, yeah, I mean, he's definitely doing good across the country right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and like you said, those stars are really fucking subjective, because Spencer Rattler just did not – he was Mr. Football. He was the number 1 guy coming out. He was supposed to change the face of college football as we know it. I mean, granted, you had another guy, Caleb, coming out of the DMV area, and he outbeat you. But when this guy was supposed to change the face of college football from as advertised. So, and now look at him. You know, he had that one game, I think we'll give him credit for, that Tennessee game where he hung 63 on their ass and he caught one. But yeah, those stars are really subjective, and I think it's more the developmental aspect behind it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I've talked on here before about this, but a lot of these 7-on-7 camps, I feel like not all of them, but a lot of these 7-on-7 camps are really watering down football. Number 1, quarterbacks sitting in the pocket with no pressure, and they got them on a timer. Well, if you got them on a 4-second timer, in the ACC might be done with a hit. So I think I don't like that, number 1. Number 2, you got these 7. No, you good, bro. Go ahead.
My bad for cutting your wisdom. And I don't like that shit either. We're grading these guys off of throwing you're wearing shorts and you're throwing against the air Olympics. I don't like that shit. Like I don't like it. Like I said, all right, I think Keelan Russell, that's I think he had the highest grade. What that camp was, he had the highest grade. From that camp, he became a 5-star.
Elite 11. Yep. Elite 11. Yep.
Yeah, he became a 5-star at that camp. From what he did at that camp. Granted, I believe in Keelan Russell. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. He's playing with Duncanville with DeCorian Moore. He had Caden Durham with him last year. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. I mean, I think he's going to be decent. But yeah,
and that's why I like Keelan Russell. It's not because what he did in Elite 11. It's because the level of football that he's playing. He's playing that playing top-notch teams in the country. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I think this Friday they played DeSoto High School. Like that's the competition he's playing every week now. You know
Texas definitely has the best football, high school football. Yeah, Texas definitely has the best high school football. Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Although I do feel as if the best players do not come from Texas. Texas is just a big ass state. With a bunch
We've had this argument before, man. Yeah. I agree with it.
Who don't live up to the hype, and when they come to these historic universities, they get their ass bust, and or they not they don't live up to the hype. So I give you a perfect example. Russell Shepard. I don't know if you'll remember him. Mm-hmm. Russell Shepard was the number one quarterback, dual threat quarterback when he came to LSU. Mm-hmm. Granted, Les Miles did the most stupidest fucking thing that he always do. He made the guy a wide receiver. But even with that, I just didn't feel he didn't live up to the hype that he was, because even with that, I think Ruben Randall was the better quarterback out of all of them. Yeah, so
I remember all them, a lot of them LSU guys, man. Cause I told you that's my other team that I like to watch. Not my team, but I love to watch LSU football.
Yeah, that good old nostalgic, plan. LaRon Landry, Trent Holiday, Tre'Davious White, Eric Reed playing. A lot of players, a lot of stars. As I said last year, stars are born when Alabama and Louisiana play. When Louisiana State University lines it up against Alabama, you get a Marquise Mays, the kick return all the way back. Fucking Tyrann Mathieu stripping Trent. What's his name? What's y'all running back name? Trent
Richardson.
Trent Richardson.
Yeah.
Trent Richardson. And it's just a lot. Those were some good classic games. I'm gonna miss Saban. To be honest with you, a lot of people don't want to be honest, but the Les Miles and Saban era was a real thing.
Yes,
it was a real thing because
it was my favorite period in college football history. 100%.
It was
my favorite era.
It was a lot of top recruits.
I got more nervous against those games than when we play Georgia now. And there's not to Georgia, but I got more nervous playing those LSU teams than when we play Georgia now.
Just think about
because across the board, they were just as talented as us. And the fact was Les Miles would do something crazy that would scare the hell out of you. You would watch him at Florida 2 weeks before that, fake a field goal or do something crazy, and you knew you were going to get the book thrown at you against LSU. I love that rivalry.
And I know we give Les Miles a lot of shit, but his defense is always good. You got to think that 2011, 2012, 2013 era, you got to think Tyrann Mathieu was on that team. Morris Claiborne was on that team. Eric Reed was on that team. BJ, Brandon Taylor. All these are first round, second round guys that went to the NFL. Yep. Of course, on the other side, you had the Dante Hightower, the Reuben Foster, all these guys, and to me, that 2011 team holds a special place in my heart, and LSU and that Alabama team, because I believe that was the epitome of college football. 1 yard and a cloud of dust. It wasn't pretty football. It wasn't. These were not pretty boys we had out there. It was real shit being done out there on that field. But if I had to pick me as an LSU player, if I had to pick Alabama, my favorite Alabama team, it's probably going to be between y'all 2015 team and 2016 team, where y'all had Blake Barnett, Jalen Hurts, Minkah Fitzpatrick, fucking Bo Scarborough, all of them. Y'all had some killers on that team. Shit, I'm trying to. Bo Scarborough. Who else was on that fucking squad? Oh shit. Josh Jacobs, the other running back. He was a dog. He was y'all had some real killers on that team. Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Diggs. Y'all had some fucking talent all across the board. I think to me, and from a talent aspect, that was y'all best team, talent wise, because a lot of them dudes went to the NFL.
I honestly think my favorite, as far as my favorite Alabama team versus LSU team's got to be the 2011 year when we went toe to toe twice, man. Dude, game of century 1 and 2. Those defenses were crazy, man. It's some of my favorite Bama players of all time, Upshaw. Upshaw was one of my favorites.
Oh my bro, I hated that.
He was a monster. That man was a monster. I'll never forget him hitting Ben Roethlisberger so hard. I thought he took his soul when he was playing for the Ravens.
Hey,
but
This
I
dude,
know.
he Garrett Lee. This dude, bruh. So you remember? All right. So that game of the century. So we beat y'all by running the option. We beat y'all by running the option. Jordan Jefferson. He kept on throwing that bitch. You know, we had Michael Ford, Spencer Ware, Kenny Hilliard. We had. You got to think. All these dudes was 240 pounds, 245 pounds.
damn right they were.
These were big backs, and y'all had a lot of big paws. Y'all had a lot of other guys, a lot of hefty running backs on y'all side too. Those were just at the that landscape. But we had that's what it was at then, bro. And then when we lined it up against y'all with the SEC, bro, I mean, in the at the NCAA championship, dog, in the Sugar Bowl, bro, y'all blew our fucking candles off. Fuck, man.
Dude,
Courtney Armstrong was just Dante High. It was just everything, bro.
I'll never forget Norwood having to get he was getting lined up with the Honey Badger the whole time, and I'm like, oh hell, man. And he was just making clutch sideline catch after clutch sideline.
Yes.
Norwood gets slept on. We don't never bring him up when it comes to receivers, just like Matt Caddell. But those guys, those were the type of guys to get possessions to keep a game alive, keep a drive alive.
I hated DJ Yeldon when he that fucking game, bro. We were supposed to beat y'all that game, bro. Dog, I hated, bro. I hated that play, dog. I'm talking about. I knocked a pitcher off. I was in my grandma's house. I'm like, the whole house had to calm me down.
Hey, I had one of them games, the kick six game. I had an autographed AJ McCarron picture and threw that thing in the wall and still ain't repaired the sheetrock, man. I was pissed, dude.
Dude, bro, that was, bro. They had some. I'm gonna miss them games, bro. And I remember one year y'all beat us like 0-10, but the game was so tight because we almost was scoring. That 0-10 game, that game was like it was the game. That game don't tell the story because we got so close, like Zach Mettenberger got so close to scoring a touchdown in the damn interception. I'm like, fuck that game, bro. Like, I'm gonna miss those games.
Dude, when Yeldon scored, I was fixing to walk out the door. I was already pissed off. I thought it was done.
Bro, we had y'all beat. We had y'all fucking beat. I'm like, mother.
I heard it on the car radio and ran back inside. Like I was fixing to go down Crystal's, get me something to eat. I was pissed off, and I heard the play, and I ran back on the damn porch and was staring through the window.
Bro,
it's those games that you'll never forget, man. You'll never forget those moments, some of those Alabama LSU games, because it was such a fight every damn year, man.
Oh, yeah. Then we hated each other. I'm talking about, bro. Like,
when was it? Was it 08 or 09 when the interception in the back of the end zone for Alabama?
Or y'all?
Yeah, for us. We got the interception in the back of the end zone. But he had like 3 in that game. Played in the NFL for a long time. I'm trying to think of his name, man. He was at the Texans. He was at the Broncos. He was a safety. Kareem Jackson.
Yeah, I was like Kareem Jackson. Yes. Hey,
one of the last hard hitters. One of the last, dude.
Let's talk about how long he been lasting in the NFL, man. Is he still somewhere now? I think is he still somewhere right now? Is he on the roster right now? I know last season he was on the roster.
That's crazy because he landed. He lasted more than Landon Collins.
Yes.
Landon Collins is out the league now, I believe.
Yeah.
He's not in the NFL no more.
No,
another fucking turncoat. Bro, I hate that.
It says Kareem Jackson still at the Bills right now.
Yes, I know he was still in the league, bro.
Dude, he's a year older than me.
That's crazy.
He was born in 88, man. He's 36 years old.
Still in the league, man. That's crazy.
You know why part of it is? Dude, he plays old school football. That man's been fined so many times. He will knock a dude out. Like, he is a hard hitter.
Yep.
I don't think we talk about Coach Saban fucking coming to Louisiana and purging us of all our good players. I don't think we talk about that.
He was doing
every year. Eddie Lacy, Landon Collins, fucking Devontae Smith, all them boys for y'all had on defense. He go get them, bro. It's like, dog, like, bro, are you serious?
You know, when you talk about Devontae Smith,
him coming back to Alabama, I said, shit, he coming to rape and pillage. He coming to do everything. He's coming.
Can you imagine had some of these other wide receivers that came before Devontae Smith had played in a similar system, though? Can you imagine like Julio or Amari Cooper? Some of them guys had played, like if we'd have threw the ball that much back in. I mean, Amari was kind of halfway there on it. You know, him and Blake Sims hooked up a lot when Lane got there.
I'll say this. You put Julio Jones with either Stark or Lane Kiffin, you probably see the greatest wide receiver in college football.
I agree with you 100%. He's the greatest high school player I ever seen with my own eyes. I watched him at the Super Six one year when he was at Foley. I was in high school at the same time, and I remember looking at him and thinking, oh, okay, that's the difference between guys like me and guys that go pro. I got it. Okay, because he looked like he could go play pro football that day. Like, I'd never seen something like that.
And I'm agree to you, Van, because what year do you remember that? Do you remember that year? Was it Julio's last
07,
year?
I believe.
Okay, so that year before that, they played Opelika right down 30 minutes from where we at. They played Opelika. First play, Foley threw wide receiver screen to the outside to Julio. Julio took that bitch to the house. First fucking play. That dude was so huge. That's when I came from Ross County. That's when I started realizing the difference between Ross County and football schools. Them dudes came on the sideline. They was so deep on the sideline. And I was like, oh, this is a college team with all these goddamn players. Julio was so humongous. And that year, Julio's, we already know, going to Alabama or whatever. But Earl Alexander from Phoenix City, he was getting reps, whatever. He was supposed to be the next talked about thing. That's what they were hyping up in the media, at least anyway. Julio came to Alabama and shut all that shit down.
Yep. I've never seen a guy that big, that physical, that could move like that. He killed the catch it like the route tree you always hear about. You know, receivers at the route tree. There wasn't nothing he could do, man. Like, he was so underutilized at Alabama. I used to get pissed off at Alabama for not getting the damn ball more. Who was going to cover him? One-on-one. You seen him out there one-on-one. I'm like, dude, what do we do? Give him the ball.
I love Julio.
Pissed me off.
I love Julio, but fuck all that. This dude here, I remember, bro, Patrick Peterson did not step out of bounds. That game, Patrick Peterson did not step out of bounds, bro. We were supposed to win that fucking game, bro. Bro, like, yeah.
I forget all about that, dude.
Pat P was dealing with his ass, bro.
Bro, do you remember the because I know you watched the NFL. Do you remember when I think he came to town with the Cardinals and it was him versus Julio? And
yeah, they hated each other.
They went to war, man. I used to look forward because I'm not a fan of either team, but I'll watch anybody. But when they were going to play each other, I used to make sure I watched the Falcons versus the Cardinals because, man, they went to war.
That was a very important recruit that Corey Raymond got because Les Miles had hired Corey like a year, 2 years before that. Him getting Patrick Peterson to fucking neutralize or try to aggravate fucking Julio, bro. That was, dude, Julio was just otherworldly. Dude was an alien.
Patrick Peterson's top 5 best DBs I ever seen in my entire life, man.
Yeah, correct. And I mean, and to Julio's credit, you got to think what Larry Fitzpatrick said about him. Larry, he said that he's the best he ever seen.
Hey, if Larry puts that on you, aces with me. Have y'all ever heard that stat that Larry Fitzgerald? Have y'all ever heard that stat about Larry Fitzgerald? They said he had more tackles than drop passes.
That's crazy.
And he was a receiver.
And I think Julio is the best ever wide receiver in Alabama history, but I think Devontae Smith is the most skilled wide receiver you guys ever
I'll take
had.
that. I agree with that. And I'll be honest with you, the most hyped up Alabama receiver high school wise I've seen since Julio was probably Ryan Williams.
And I think
currently.
Most definitely.
Amari Cooper was your guys' most fundamentally sound because he did everything right.
Best route runner.
Blocking, everything. He was fundamentally sound. And I think you guys' most finesse guy is Henry Ruggs. He was just the way he was shifty. Yeah, he was like, the little dude in the hood that's really good in football that can make everybody miss. He just a raw talent. Yeah, he just need to be cultivated. I
don't think I've ever been more disappointed in a guy's pro career than I was that I currently am right now, though, with Jerry Jeudy. Man, I've just been waiting on it, and now he's starting to get to the age where the speed's dropping off just a touch.
And you know what?
Just a touch.
With that being said, man, the Browns team is disappointing me. I'm not a Browns fan, but with Jeudy, Mark Cooper, Deshaun Watson was supposed to be healthy. I expected more out of this Browns team, especially what they was doing last season. Like I thought that was going to really build off that momentum, and they have dropped off, man.
You know why? Yeah. They got Mr. Massage being the quarterback up there, dude. His head ain't all in the game. Ain't no way, dude. I don't know if he's interested or not. I ain't got nothing with that. I ain't gonna lie here. I ain't a judge. But you know that shit's in the back of his mind all the time. There ain't no way he can focus on football 100% because we seen what he looked like at the Texans. We seen what he looked like at Clemson. There ain't no way his game has fell off that much.
Right.
Ain't no way.
I'm so disappointed in Deshaun Watson, bro. Like he was my top 5. He was my before all that shit happened to him. To me, he was the best quarterback in the NFL at one point in time.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be one of the ones, man.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Hey, he had a couple years that he looked like the best. I agree with you.
Yeah, like he's like him and Lamar Jackson. I believe they were more of complementary pieces to each other, the yin and the yang. Which I thought that Deshaun Jackson was better thrower, but athletic wise, I think Lamar Jackson, I give him the edge. And just he's a better, and we've seen it manifest itself out. Lamar Jackson is the better quarterback, as you can see to this day. Bro.
Oh yeah, and now he's made the transition to be able to play under center. Facts. Now that Henry's there, and now he's just showing a different element to his game, man. So I'm proud of Lamar, man.
All right, so Facts. Who's y'all favorite quarterback of all time in college?
Ooh, I like this question.
Take the fanboy shit out.
Yeah, you gotta take the fanboy out. As far as guys that I've ever watched, Chris, I feel like you sitting on your favorite right now. So if you want to go ahead while we're thinking, go for it.
I don't know. I can't. I just can't. I can't put it down, but. All right, so I'll put it to you like this. I hated these motherfuckers. But and this is an unpopular opinion, but Tim Tebow was my favorite quarterback of all time. Yeah, in college, not pro. I'm talking about college.
No, I knew what you meant. He was a movement college, man.
He makes the team better. Whatever you need him to do, he makes the team better. But it's just me, Tim Tebow. I gotta get my top 3. I gotta get 3. Because I just can't fucking live it. And or you guys, this is just gonna be illegitimate. It's an illegitimate list. Tim Tebow. Lamar Jackson. And I go with Joe Shiesty. No. I'm sorry. What the fuck I'm talking about, man? Cam Newton, the greatest ever. The greatest ever in college football history. The greatest ever. I got him over Burrow, and I'm an LSU guy. Like Burrow's my guy.
That 2010 year Cam Newton had was the greatest year I've ever seen. A guy just drag a team.
Yeah, Cam. I'm tripping. Cam.
I hated that motherfucker for a long time for it too.
Cam,
and I can't lie to you. That's why I was about to go with it, Cam. I wasn't even gonna give you 3, but Cam, bro. As a Bama fan, I hated that shit during the moment. And but just watching football, when I watch that shit back, I be like, even during the moment, I was like, Cam is that guy. And I'm just wondering, like, I always do this shit in my head. What if Cam Newton never left Florida and ran that same type of system that freaking Tebow did? Do you know what? We'll be talking about Florida right now instead of Alabama. Like, seriously, all that Alabama fans, take the fanboy out there, but we'll be talking about Florida the way we talk about Alabama.
Hey, I'll tell you this, Urban Meyer would have stayed that long with Cam. He got 2 years with Cam. He wins at least 2 with Cam. He at least wins 2 championships with Cam. With those wide receivers and shit, Chris Rainey and all them boys.
Oh yeah, Percy Harvin
and all them dudes. He gets at least 2 of them. Then he optimized. He makes that offense more optimal.
Yes.
He can spread. He can run power. He can run counter. He can run screens. Yeah, it's nothing Cam couldn't do in high school. I mean, in college. He was just a utility guy times 10.
Hey, my man, why did say?
Let me reiterate on this question. Now, is this the 3 best you've ever seen, or is this like? I ain't got a problem with. My only problem with Alabama fans, I want to time out real quick. When y'all was naming receivers in the chat, and y'all didn't name Don Hudson. You talking Alabama receivers, didn't talk Don Hudson. I know most people wasn't alive for Don Hudson's reign.
Yeah,
but he literally changed the way the forward pass and the receiver would look at. He changed football forever. He held records that it took Jerry Rice to break. That's how long his NFL record stood. And like nobody talks about him anymore. But if you look back in the history books, his name's all over it, man. But besides that, is this like your 3 favorite guys to watch kind of thing?
My favorite guys to watch. So my favorite guys to watch was Cam Newton, Tebow, and Lamar Jackson. And if I had to put a top 5 in there, I would have put Jaden Daniels and Burrow in there. No, I would have took Burrow out, and I would have put Jaden Daniels and Vince Young. Vince Young at 5.
See, that was my number 1.
Dual threat guys, though. Yeah, if I had to put real quarterbacks in there, it'd have been Cam Newton, Burrow, a bunch of other guys, Tom. You know, it would have been a bunch of different. The list would have been totally different.
I remember y'all are gonna give me shit because this is gonna sound fan boy.
Ooh,
But that comes up and said worse.
Cam hit the first NIL bag. But this is fanboy of me, but Tua was the first time I ever realized that Alabama could get a quarterback like that. We had guys that were dual threat, mobile. We'd had guys like A.J. McCarron, who was a great manager and could make good throws, but Tua was different for me. That really got me paying more to the position because I was a defensive guy. Vince Young, as far as just watching a guy, Vince Young blew my mind, man. I think I was in like middle school, like early middle school when Vince Young really broke out. And yeah, he was incredible. And as far as football growing up, wasn't a Dolphins fan, but Dan Marino, I had never seen a guy that could throw a football the way he threw the football. And to this day, I don't think I've ever seen a guy with more arm talent.
Well, for me, I wish I would have spoke up because B-Jam and my other 2, I was just going Cam because overall I liked what Cam did. I just came front. I don't care what nobody feels.
Oh, yeah.
But my other guy was Mike Vick and goddamn Vince Young. Even though Vince Young, I was going against him because I really liked the USC team with Reggie Bush. I really was going against him because that what Vince Young showed me that season was like. It's dual threat guys for me, honestly. Just be real. It's dual threat guys for me. But what Vince Young showed me that. Yeah, Carson Palmer was
Carson Palmer, man. If he had stayed healthy in the NFL, I think he had a huge career. I really do.
The outlook of his career is definitely different.
Yep.
But yeah, for me, it's the dual threat guy.
I would have had a guy too that was a running back in the day, and that was Blake Sims. Man, they convert this man over to quarterback. Lane Kiffin gets there, and we start throwing for 400 yards a game all of a sudden. And I had never seen this as an Alabama fan my entire life, so it blew my mind. It was just Amari Cooper with Kiffin standing on the sideline with his hands up because he knew it was a touchdown. That
Yeah,
was
you
really,
go
really
crazy.
good for me, man. I want to highlight something. Tom Reed said Kellen Moore at Boise State, and I like that pick. I
Yeah,
usually try to sell.
It really was hard. Like,
Hey, you forget about them. A lot of people forget
that was
that
hard.
Boise State team beat Oklahoma.
Yes.
Adrian Peterson last game as a college football player, they beat him.
Ooh. Georgia, they came around about Georgia. I mean, Georgia went to Georgia now or then, but still, who expected really got that Boise State came to come in and beat Georgia? And that was putting it on people. That's the time I was saying Boise State during the BCS era. I really feel like Boise State should have got a chance at the national championship that year because I just think they would have competed in that thing, bro.
Bro, yeah, that was crazy. I knew when they beat Bob Stoops, bro, in that bowl game, I was like, man, they for real, bro. They for real. It was, and all they had was Adrian Peterson back there. that was crazy. That team.
Hey, Chris. So yesterday, Van asked a question in our group chat. Said he asked, "What was it? Who was the favorite football player? Not athlete, but favorite football player. Who you think is the best football player
that you've ever watched?" Yeah, I mean it's
that you watch.
Yeah, I mean just overall football player.
Not athlete, but football player. Just football player.
That's a deep question. Football player. Just a best football player.
Mm-hmm. There ain't no wrong answer.
No. I'm taking athleticism away, and I'm just gonna stick into the realm of football. You know what? All the intangibles of a football player.
Oh, I like this one.
Reggie White's a good answer, but no, it's not Reggie White.
Reggie White was a hell of a player, though. Shit. Somebody said Mike Singletary, too. Now we talk.
Singletary
I used to love them highlight tapes. Mike Singletary, when he was at the Bears, got the glasses on. You hear him yelling, "This is my kind of party." I mean, that dude used to plug people, man. Hell of a player. Tommy Frazier at Nebraska. Yeah.
If I just a football player, just a football player,
it's hard.
A dog, a dude that's just going, I can just give it to or do anything, just put anywhere. Gronkowski. I need a football player, right? I just need a football player, right?
I respect the hell out of that, yeah.
I need a football player. He's the first big motherfucker on the thing. Give me Gronkowski.
Yeah.
I can just give it to him and just let him. Yeah, he's the biggest motherfucker. He ain't slow. He ain't fast. Gronkowski.
Ain't no shame in that.
I just need a football player. We ain't talking about So it's my 11 versus your 11, and it's give me Gronk. If I got somebody, just give me Gronk. And then I can build. I can go with special talents then.
Hey, so so I'm gonna tell you mine. I want to go back to this. But mine was Calvin Johnson.
Hey, throw it up there, Megatron. Man, so bad they had to name him after a bad guy, Megatron. I mean, come on.
Yes,
Megatron. Who the hell comes out of Georgia Tech as a receiver and ends up being one of the best ever? You know what I mean?
That man was crazy. That man was triple covered before, bro.
Yeah,
I've seen it. Dude?
Who's your most underrated?
The best overall football player I've ever seen, just in my opinion, was actually Marshall Faulk. And I know that sounds crazy, but he always did everything he could to the best of his abilities. Receiver, running back. He may not have been the greatest receiving running back of all time because I think one of the most underrated guys, Roger Craig, might have done it better. But receiving back, running back, team leader, grown man off the field. He was everything. Everything moved. We always looked at Kurt Warner and Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, but everything moved through Marshall Faulk, and I think he did it better than anybody all consistently. I was always a big fan of what he did.
And LSU really just fucked up with that. We had this guy was in our backyard. How the hell we let
Yeah.
him through the cracks and go? And
Wouldn't you everybody in the South let him go to San Diego State, man? Who the hell?
Oh, out in San Diego State.
Yeah, but yeah, Tony, if I just need a baller, I'm not talking about the fastest guy. If I just need me just a regular fucking football player, just give me Gronkowski because I know he's gonna do stuff. I can probably put Gronkowski anywhere on the field.
Honestly, you could.
Yeah, he's the biggest motherfucker, and he's the strongest. He's one of the strongest guys on the field. It's gonna be either.
Honestly, Brock Bowers wasn't as strong as and as physical as him, but Bowers, when he was at Georgia, was that type of player. You know how many times he bailed Georgia out, and I ain't shitting on Georgia. We know how great they are, but Brock Bowers, man, he was probably the best tight end I had seen since.
Who's your most underrated player ever?
Oh,
you know who my most underrated player of all time? Algie Crumpler, bro. Algie Crumpler.
Oh shit, yeah, man.
His big fat ass. He used to just run all the time, bro. He was so underappreciated, bro. I'm talking about, bro. He was catching dimes from everywhere, dog. From Vic, Dante Cole, bro. He was just everywhere. It was just Derek Thomas.
Yeah. Hey, and see, this is how I say I want to go back to that question. Who's your favorite defensive college player? I didn't see Derek Thomas play.
No, it was my time.
But
I watched him at the Chiefs, though.
Listen, I wore 55 in high school because two of my favorite linebackers, Derek Brooks and goddamn Derek Thomas, wore 55. That's why I wore 55 minutes.
It's no debate for me. I played safety, and I hold this guy near and dear in my heart. Sean
Taylor.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I hold this guy near and dear in my heart, and you got to think when he was playing up there, and when he was playing up there at Washington and all that, dog, and going like everybody say is Ed Reed, but you got to think Ed Reed was playing with Hall of Famers.
Yeah, he was.
Yep.
Hall of Fame, Terrell Suggs, all them boys.
That team was so loaded.
Yeah, Sean Taylor was by his fucking self doing all this.
Yep.
So that's my favorite defensive player of all time. It's gonna be Sean Taylor, but it's subjective. It's my it's my list.
I don't know if B Jam trolling right now, but he said Terrence Aaron Torres.
Oh, Aaron Torres.
Oh no.
Hey, we still on him. That man playing good for the Texans right now.
Yes.
He's actually doing good in the league.
I was just about to bring that up.
You know why? Because he ain't got fucking Pete Golden with him no more.
And he got a real Alabama defensive coordinator, somebody that played with Alabama, goddamn, somebody that knows defense for real, showing him the ropes for real, man.
Man, defensive player though, shit.
Somebody got Ray Lewis. Ooh, hell yeah, bro. Yeah, that's fine.
Ray Lewis will be up there for me. I'm a Ray Lewis guy.
I don't want to state the obvious. I mean, we can with Romanowski and all them boys. Yeah, Brian Urlacher, Ray Lewis. Yeah, Terrell. I don't want to state the obvious. I'm talking about guys who just underappreciated, guys who are really not household names. Yeah, it's just. Well, Sean Taylor was a household name, but I'm just saying he was gone too soon.
For me, it was Rolando McClain, man. He kind of helped build. He was like that cornerstone that kind of helped build that defense that Saban used to eat people alive with, man. He had that leadership. He was mean as hell. He held guys accountable in the locker room, even if he didn't hold himself accountable off the field, kind of like Lawrence Taylor sometimes. But on the field, he was all business. And if he could have kept his shit together, I think he had a bright NFL career, man. Because he was killing people with the Raiders. And he was just one of my favorites to watch was Rolando McClain. He kind of helped set off part of that Nick Saban's first national championship. And some of them boys on that team, that was just I loved watching. As far as pro ball, though, I like Derrick Brooks. I like of course, Ray Lewis. But damn, that's hard for me because I've been a fan of so many guys.
Tampa Bay team was good. Derrick Brooks, John.
I see.
Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp would be up there for me too.
Yeah, too much shit back there. Yeah.
And see, I was about to go right back to my Bucks team, John Lynch. John Lynch was my guy too.
They had too much shit on that team, man.
I loved that shit too.
Yeah, I mean, I could have easily went to my Niners. I could have said Patrick Willis.
I
could have easily, but
what was old dude's name at the Panthers? That linebacker,
Kuechly.
Yeah,
Kuechly. Man, fundamentally, I don't know that I've ever watched a guy better. Just fundamental. Him and Patrick Willis conversation at the same time period. Bruce Smith. Yeah. Shit. Had a long career too.
Hey, so let me ask y'all this. And if we had to give out the Heisman right now, who would win it?
Who am I giving it to?
It can be that or who deserves it right now.
I'm giving it to the Boise State running back. Goddamn, I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah, he nice. Well, I would love to see that dude in the SEC team.
You would too. I'd just like to see if those averages come down just a little bit.
I'm gonna be objective. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna either give it to Cam Ward or Travis Hunter. The reason why I give it to Cam Ward, that boy got over 2,000 yards already.
Yeah.
He got over 2,000 yards already.
I can't hate on either one of these.
So what did y'all just say about the running back from Boise State? Y'all want to see him do what? SEC or something like that?
Playing the SEC, yeah.
And I just look back when Derrick Henry was playing at Alabama. You compare the first couple of games, they damn near like the same shit. But I believe, goddamn, the boy, I believe he can do it with the SEC team. Derrick Henry did it with the SEC team, but I believe he can get with a solid O-line from the SEC. I believe he can do the same shit, bro.
Hell yeah.
We talk about when defense was still defense too, and SEC. I get that too.
And that's fair, but I think Derrick Henry was just the perfect combination of size, speed, power. Like Ashton Genty's crazy, and like his yards after contact. If you just use his yards after contact, he'd be the third leading rusher in the country right now. That's not counting anything else, just his yards after contact. So, I mean, what he's doing is incredible. But it'd be hard for me not to give it Travis Hunter just off the fact that he may be the most – well, we know he's the most utilized player in college football. He's playing both sides of the ball every snap. We in our lifetimes, I don't think we've seen this.
Do you think it's special? Do you think he's going first overall?
I think some guys are going to look at him in the NFL locker room and think he's a little undersized.
Peyton Thorne.
Oh, man.
That's my Heisman winner right there. Thank you, Peyton Thorne. Keep throwing picks, baby.
It's so hard to say if he's going first because, like I tell my son about these picks, I said it's all about who got the pick and what is needed. You know what I'm saying? And right. I just don't. Okay, if you a certain type of team that can use a type of player like that, of course you're gonna take them. But if you a team first round, first pick, evidently it's some shit that you need. And is Travis Hunter a wide receiver or DB? You know what I'm saying? What is he in?
Shit, bro. That's the thing. I don't know in the NFL. I think he can do it in the NFL.
But I think he's undersized though.
Certain packages.
Yeah.
I think he's a wide receiver.
I think so too. I think he's too damn
small. I think he's a wide receiver, but he'll get.
See you, Spencer. Roll Tide.
Hey, I want to throw a stat out there. There has never been a cornerback drafted first in NFL history.
I think, I didn't know that.
Say it again.
Never. There has never been a cornerback drafted first in NFL history. Not one time. Not Deion. Not Rod Woodson. Not Charles.
Woodson.
Yeah, not Charles Woodson.
Nah.
Never. But I don't know, man.
That's what
I don't know. He's undersized. I feel like, as far as a DB, I feel like he's undersized for the NFL. That's not to say he can't pack weight on, but will it affect his athleticism? Some guys are built to put weight on their frame. Some guys ain't. It's a whole conversation. But I don't like to take away from the fact that I think he's done an amazing job, because he's done everything Colorado's asked for him and then some, you know.
But the thing is, he's 6'4", so and he's going to try to be I think it's just going to be too much wear and tear on his body. I think he have a long-lasting, prospering career playing wide receiver. I think he's going to get way more money too.
And that's why I say that's why I say it's hard first, because what does he go in? What does he enter as? If a wide receiver,
I still think teams will play him, are going to have put him in doing some shit.
Yeah, I think so too.
You got to tell him of that caliber. You got to kind of experiment with it just to see.
Well, you look at how much experience he's had catching the ball, because he's played every snap on offense, just like he has defense. If you draft him as a DB, you've got to put him out there just off experience and athleticism. I agree, man.
Well, they did it with Deion, so he's baby Deion, so we'll see. But I don't think he falls under 5. I think he's a top 5 pick. I think it's safe. I look at the mock draft to see where he's scheduled to go, but I don't think he's falling under 5. Neither him or Shedeur.
If a team needs a quarterback, whatever team gets first pick, if they need a quarterback, do you think Shedeur is the first off the board?
He's made an argument for it. I don't
think either him
fundamentally he lacks some shit, but he done a lot with a little bit up until.
He's not 6'4". Oh, my bad. I thought he was 6'4". What, he's 6'2"?
5'11". Oh,
he's 5'11" or 6. On a good.
Well, he does look.
I'm gonna tell you, Brittany Beebe on her shit, bro.
I'm 5 feet. I seen that dude in real life. That dude was 2 inches taller than me.
And Brittany Beebe, she be on her shit too. She be known, bro.
He might be. Shit.
Hey,
I looked it up. They said 6'1". They're giving 6'1". Y'all know how coaches do sometimes.
Now we know how that football measurement shit work too. So, hey,
because Kyler Murray's got to be 4'11". Kyler Murray looks like Prince rolling up to the scene, and I ain't making fun of Kyler Murray. I never forget watching him against his Oklahoma and Alabama in the playoff a couple years ago. And he fired one off at the end of halftime for 60 yards on a rope, back of the shoulder in the end zone. I hadn't seen a throw like that in a long time, and I knew then, I was like, man, Kyler Murray got talent. But that dude is so small. You seen him and Marvin Harrison Jr. stand next to each other?
Yes.
Yeah,
they look like a dad taking a kid out to the park, man. It's crazy.
What do they have Kyler Murray listed as?
Oh, that's a good question.
Was he 5'9"?
Mm-hmm.
I think so, but I honestly don't think he's that tall. I think they lied. It says 5'10" in here, but
my son taller than that man, bro.
That's crazy.
Hey, Chris, when I had brought out Shedeur, if a team needs a quarterback, who did you say the other quarterback was?
I say him or Cam Ward.
Oh, him or Cam Ward. Okay.
Yeah,
but I don't think Cam Ward can go in the top 10. I think I don't know. I think for some reason, I think somebody's gonna be stupid enough to get Beck before. I'm just thinking about that.
Yeah.
No, that's
because that's an NFL type thing. Is what they do.
I mean, anytime you draft Drake May in front of Michael Penix Jr., you got problems.
You ain't wrong. You are not wrong.
I'm glad y'all bring this up, because I think he's going to get his first start. But one of the things I want to talk about, Spencer Rattler is getting his first starts against Saints. How do y'all think that fares out for him?
I mean, these motherfuckers around here happy about it. Man, you can't tell these motherfuckers nothing. These Saints fans, bro. I mean, yeah, he did pretty well. I mean, he did good in one preseason game, then he did horrible in another preseason game. So we just got to see what Spencer Rattler shows up. I mean, this was the tale of old with him in South Carolina. He'll do good one game, do bad one game. So which Spencer Rattler am I getting?
Yeah, his consistency has always bothered me too, man. Because you'll see flashes of brilliance out of him. Even at Oklahoma, what was it, his freshman year? He looked like a world beater. He looked like the next big thing. And sophomore year, and he's never really recovered from that. He's never been consistent since that freshman year at Oklahoma. And I don't know, man. A lot of people thought they got a steal in him, though. Because what they get him in, like, 4th round? Like, you know, they didn't burn a 1st or 2nd on him, I don't think. So I think they got him like 3rd or 4th round. And so I'm curious to see. It's going to be cool to see. Everybody hates on Derek Carr. I don't think he's the greatest quarterback I've ever seen by no means, but there's things he does that a lot of guys can't do.
This year, the motherfucker balling, bro.
Who?
Carr.
Derek Carr?
Well, until the Eagles came to town, it's been downhill since. Now, they put an ass whooping on the Cowboys. Now, they did. They tore the Cowboys up. But when the Eagles come to town, this is kind
of – then he did the Michael Jackson.
I'm going to tell you, though, since we on the discussion, and I think I know where NSJ stands on this. I think we've talked about it before. Anthony Richardson. Incredible athlete. I don't think anybody here will say he's not. But does it not take more than that to be an NFL quarterback and win consistently?
It does.
What the hell is the Colts thinking, man? They got a 55-year-old Joe Flacco in there, and they look better now than they did when Richardson got hurt.
My thing is with Anthony Richardson, man. I thought it was so crazy when he decided to enter the draft and he get all these 1st-round picks, and I cannot get this one game out of my head when he played Kentucky. And he looked so hard. I'm like, that game alone showed me he should have stayed 2 more years in college football. That one game. I don't give a damn the good guys he had, but that one game showed me he wasn't ready for the NFL.
I think they drafted him on potential.
Yep.
That first year when they beat Utah, he looked decent. First year when they beat Utah,
I wish Fortune 500 come in and hire me off of potential.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing I can see. I think they just
haven't understood it yet,
and they can develop him. I mean, that's the only thing I can see.
I've watched him go whole seasons and not be a 50% completion rate in college. Well, if he can't do it in college, what the hell is he going to do in the NFL? But I look at Will Levis and I see the same damn thing, just less athletic. Will Levis at the Titans, he will make one throw a game where you're like, wow, just like Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson a couple weeks ago made a throw that I ain't seen the guy make in a long time. I really hadn't. But then the rest of the game, if you can stop him from running, you beat Anthony Richardson. Will Levis ain't athletic enough to be able to run consistently. That man makes horrible decisions. And then you got an old dude that was at Liberty. What was that quarterback's name?
He went to Packers now. Malik. Fuck his name. He went to Auburn, then went to. He was at Auburn, then went to Liberty. He went to Packers now though. Malik Willis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they gave up on him after like 2 years. He goes to Green Bay, fills in for Jordan Love the first few weeks and played great, played within the system. Didn't try to do too much, let his athleticism get some tough first downs late in the game, kept him alive. Like, I think the Titans look pretty stupid right now.
Yes, I'm glad you just said what I was about to say. But with the Anthony Richardson situation, I think what people were trying to do, they're trying to have that Lamar Jackson effect. Now, when you do that, Lamar Jackson is what's up, bro? Lamar Jackson was a way better quarterback in college was a way better quarterback in college than what's it called, Anthony Richardson. But if you're gonna go by that, look at what the Ravens did. They fucking completely changed their offense. When you get a person like Anthony Richardson, you're not. I hope you're not expecting to just sit back there and throw freaking missiles all game because he can throw it down 100 yards. I hope that you got to use his running ability to make that effective. But Ravens changed their offense to make Lamar Jackson.
Taylor, they did tell. Hey, did y'all watch the preseason?
Yep.
What? Y'all see that garbage motherfucker Joe Milton? He was looking good. He was looking good.
Joe Milton looked like one of the greatest quarterback stories
he was looking good
all season. Yep.
Hey, y'all, hold on. Y'all.
Yeah, but Joe Milton was looking good, bro. Definitely. He was.
Dude, it's one of them things, though, that you talked about when me and you were discussing the 7-on-7 camps. A lot of guys look good throwing the ball in shorts. You know, I remember growing up, I don't know if you remember Jeff George. A lot of guys will. But he had one of the strongest arms we've really seen in modern football. Like that dude, he could throw it a rocket. He'd have 2 cents worth of damn knowledge between his ears, and his ego wouldn't allow him to be coached up by guys. And now I ain't saying that's what Anthony Richardson got. He seemed like a pretty good dude. I don't want to shit on him in that way. He does have incredible potential. But man, I feel like a guy like that needs to sit behind a guy for a little bit, learn some things, get your fundamentals down, and then see what's up, you know. I just don't see it.
Yeah, they definitely need to cultivate that talent. I think he can be something special later on, but not just now. I think they need to do with him what they did with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers sat all those fucking years behind Brett Favre. Same thing with Jordan Love. He sat all those years behind, and Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I think they need to cultivate their talent. They need to send them to a couple QB gurus. So yeah, I mean, but another motherfucker, Jamarcus Russell, can throw 100 yards, 1,000 yards. He just was fucking horrible.
I'll never forget watching Jamarcus Russell sit on one knee and throw it like 65 yards. Like
he can throw it on his butt. I think on his butt he can throw it 45 yards. Off a knee, he can throw it like 60 yards. Yeah, I think he
may have had the strongest arm we've ever seen. He just right here, man. I don't know what it was. He didn't put the work in. I don't understand, because Jamarcus Russell, like. Even now, like he's getting in trouble and shit. You know, you heard about him in a high school, some issues with some money. And I actually hate that, because I was hoping he'd turn his life around, even though he wasn't going to get back to the NFL. Because I just don't like rooting against people like that. But Marcus Russell, like that, the whole story that they had give him a tape on Blitz they wanted him to watch, and then he didn't watch it, but there wasn't no movie in it. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, yeah, I watched it. Like that kind of shit, man. You just like, you get paid so much money, dude. To do it.
Hey, this is why I always say, don't want the Lord to make me an athlete, because I would have been on that. I'm telling you, the same bullshit we be talking about the other players, I would have been on that same bullshit. I'm telling you.
They gave this dude what it was, 80 mil. What it was?
It was a fat check, bro. It was a fat check, bro.
I think he was part of the reason they put a cap on that shit for rookies.
Yeah, he was the reason. Yeah, that rookie contract shit. It started with him.
Yep.
That's the Nick Saban shit. I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, he did good.
To be fair, we have not seen a Nick Saban back go pro and be elite.
He was a good old boy.
Hey, fact. That's a fact, dog.
He was a good guy. He was a good guy. Blake Mills said Miles said he lives in Louisiana. I wonder what part of Louisiana he lives in.
I think he said I don't know if they said it or not.
I don't know what part. Yeah, he said I've seen a comment where he said something about because I live in Baton Rouge, so I live in the capital, so I wonder what part of. He said something about a flag.
Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all about this one play. What y'all think about the big ass Saints? The defensive lineman, that big ass motherfucker that intercepted. No, I think it was number 50. Say he was a motherfucker running back in high school. Then you see video of him. That motherfucker big head.
Hey, so right now, who are y'all top QBs in the NFL?
I'll let y'all go ahead because I got a weird conversation for that.
I really can't answer that because I just been highlighting it all year for the NFL and just reading a little stuff. So I'm not gonna answer that one. Cause I'm gonna go Baker Mayfield. Right
now my top QBs got to be Mahomes.
Yeah.
Josh Allen. Josh Allen, Mahomes, Burrow, Lamar, and I got the kid Jaden. I got to put Jaden Danielson out even after.
I'll be honest, man. I think everybody kind of has to put old dude at the Chiefs, Mahomes. Although I really feel like NFL quarterback play has dropped off some the last few years consistently. I think it's him. My number 2, y'all are gonna think I'm crazy. I still think Matthew Stafford. I think because the Rams are dying with injuries right now. But man, Stafford, we've seen Stafford he's got guys paid that didn't deserve it over the years because just his ability to get the ball in dudes' hands. I like his ability. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, of course, being a Ravens fan.
Yeah,
my number 5 would be Burrow. Burrow, the Bengals look bad right now. They don't look like they're going to make it to the playoffs, but it ain't because of Burrow. Burrow's played great. He's played great the last few weeks. They ain't got shit for a defense.
Yeah, I call Josh Allen the white Cam Newton. That motherfucker big. That motherfucker big.
If he had Cam's athleticism, we'd be in trouble.
Tight end / linebacker / anything. Yeah, he's so fucking. Josh Allen is so fucking big, bro. I live in Chalmette, and he lives in New Orleans. I mean, close to New Orleans. Yeah, live in Chalmette is about 15 miles. Yeah, he lives in he lives in New Orleans. Okay. Oh, you live in the heart of LSU country.
Yeah.
He gonna get his ass ran off trying to fly that Alabama flag. Yeah, man. Shout out to you though, Blake, man. Does Christine Kelly will lead LSU to a title, and if so, when? Tom Reed, that's a good question. I absolutely think he will.
2027. That's it.
If he has team years, and he's been recruiting good. So
he has.
Like I said yesterday, it's not a situation. Brian Kelly walked into a Walt's nest. It's not a situation where Caleb DeBoer walked in, where he had a bunch of good players, even Kirby. Alleviating my fanboy stuff out of it. You got to give Kelly some time because he walked in with a bunch of transfer portal guys. I think in the next 5 years. I mean, it's just 3 years. So I give him 2 to 3 years to win a national championship. You got to think we got number 1 recruit, we got the number 1 cornerback, we got the number 1 running back. Then Elijah Haven in 2027, he's coming to LSU, God willing. He's the number 1 quarterback right in our backyard in Baton Rouge. And we got the number 1 safety in Baton Rouge and Blaine Stafford. So I think in the next 2 to 3 years he can get one, man.
I got 2027.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
If everything goes,
everything goes right with recruiting, I think he can win one. He'll finally break that spell where he can't win a big game. Because this is the reason why he wanted to win a national championship. When Brian Kelly was asked at last year at the SEC conference, why did he want? He wanted to compete. He wanted to compete against Kirby Smart. He wanted to compete against Nick Saban. he wanted to compete against the best talent and come to LSU. The last 3, I'll tell you this, Reed. I think Brian Kelly is a better coach than than Les Miles and Coach Orgeron. So with him,
I think so too.
And with the talent that he can get here, I think he can win one. I'm not saying he's going to win multiple titles, but I believe in Coach Kelly. I believe in it. 2 wins, 2 10-win season. Produced a Heisman. Won the SEC West his first year. I believe it.
Like I said, for me, I got 2020. If everything stays the course for LSU, what they got going on with recruiting and all that, give me 27. I can see that.
And I got to tell you that, bro. Like, look at it took. What Kirby won it in what year? 6, 7, or 8? Year what 7?
I can't remember.
I think it was year 6, but I may be wrong.
Yeah. Kirby didn't win it all. Dabo won it year 8. Year 8, he was at Clemson almost a decade before he won it. Nick Saban is not the litmus test, and we can't compare everybody to Nick Saban. He's special. He's the GOAT. So you got to compare. Yeah, it's Nick Saban, then it's the field. You can't. Damn. Is it me that I'm echoing? Here, echo.
Say something. I didn't hear it.
Yo, testing.
I didn't hear it.
I hear echo. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna keep rocking like this, but I do hear echo. But yeah, I think LSU will grab one. The winning trend, once every decade we grab one. So 2007, 2019, 2003. So I think we can grab one 2027.
Yeah, but I got 2027 for. Hey, but so we on the college subject for the moment. I want to ask y'all something. I found this on Instagram, and it's basically asking. I'm finna share the screen with y'all. We hopped on the coaches that may be inching off the hot seat, and right now they got on that is Mario Cristobal.
Hey, y'all, let me go get my charger. This bitch about to die. Let me go get my charger for my phone. I'm right. From laptop. I'm coming back.
They got Tony Elliott from Virginia. They got Justin Wilcox from Cal. They having a hell of a season. I think a good season. Sam Pittman.
I'll play some too.
Clark Lee.
Hey.
Billy Napier. What's your thoughts on that, man?
I think Billy Napier's got to do a lot more than what he's done to creep off the hot seat, for sure.
I thought we discussed it a little bit, but do you think a win against Tennessee will cool it off a little bit? Well, I know a win against Tennessee will cool it off a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. Man, is mine echoing like that too?
I don't hear echo. On my end, I don't hear echo.
Dude, I hear it bad.
That's a fucking echo.
Hey, I agree, Brittany B. Mario Cristobal needs to cut that man the shit because god dang it, he found the jam then, boy. Yes, for real. Mario need to cut him the shit because he's saving the man from being fired talk type stuff.
Now what happened? I'm back.
I was saying, basically on Instagram they had something from Rivals. It's from Rivals.com. Coaches that may be entering out of the hot seat. And the coaches that they have on here is Mario Cristobal, Tony Elliott from Virginia, Justin Wilcox from Cal, Sam Pittman, Clark Lee.
No, Clark, y'all can take Clark Lee off there.
Oh yeah, Clark Lee. He just got
Coming up off the shit he did to y'all.
that shit. Just bought him 10 more years.
He will not be fired this year.
That shit bought him 10 more years.
That he might have saved himself time by 5 years.
Yep, that's a fact.
Yeah, so yeah, he won't be getting fired.
But when I look at the Clark Lee situation, I'm like, Vanderbilt, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do next if you do fire him? What's your plan? Nick Saban or somebody? Urban Meyer, was that your plan?
Bro, I can't believe, bro, y'all let
We gotta keep talking about it.
Man, y'all let some lawyers and doctors beat y'all, man.
Hey man, they're over with, bro. We ain't gotta keep talking about
Damn, let it die, man. Shit.
We know.
I think it might be my shit, so I'm a restart. I'm gonna come back in.
For some reason, I don't hear it. I mean, go ahead. I don't hear it.
I hear it on mine too, really bad. I don't know.
But yeah, man, it's like Vanderbilt. What? If he was on the hot seat, what were you looking for? What were you looking for?
Looking for way too much, in my opinion. Like, I just don't understand. Like Billy Napier, I understand him being on the hot seat. That one's obvious. Sam Pittman, though, this year, I mean, they've been close with everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, so can y'all hear an echo from me?
I don't think I hear it this time.
I was hearing it the first time.
Oh, hold on, like, let me talk. I hear a fucking echo. What about now?
I ain't hearing that no way.
They like a sentence, like
Yeah,
maybe
but
a sentence.
Brittany B saying she's hearing the echo, so obviously there's an echo. So it has to be.
Yeah, I'm hearing it too.
Either me or Van.
Yeah.
I just recorded mine.
Let me try mine now.
All right. He said, Vanny said, hope up here. Y'all motherfucker climbing us about this damn Vanny shit.
Yeah,
as we should. Because I lost to Vanderbilt should never be acceptable. I don't care.
How y'all go down? Yeah, it got to be Van shit. How y'all go down there and let some fucking future politicians beat y'all, man?
Somebody that don't even care about the NFL, probably.
Yeah, these people are doctors. These people gonna be pharmacists.
The only person that probably care about NFL is the quarterback. That's the only person that probably care.
These people probably researched how to beat y'all.
They did studies.
These people probably did all type of science and math and shit on how to beat y'all. The trajectory that Jan Miller was gonna fucking run. Yeah, they had y'all down to the science.
Somebody said it was Tom. He said it was Van whole time. Go figure. Hey, y'all be climbing, bro. Oh shit. Hello. Oh, okay. I did some bullshit. Uh-oh. I'm over here tripping, clicking too much.
Yeah, but that say, bro. We on y'all ass behind that victory. We on y'all ass. We are ass behind that loss for forever. I'm talking about dog. It's gonna be 2045. Remember y'all motherfuckers lost to the Vanderbilt? I don't know.
So last night, my son had a game last night. He did pretty good. He had 3 solos, and all the solos were goddamn tackle for loss. He bought out. I think he had a good. Hey, they started triple teaming that motherfucker though, bro.
Word up.
Yeah. That motherfucker started getting triple teamed. Him and the other guy got triple. Well, he got triple teamed, and they were doubling all night. Both of them. They were trying to switch sides, kept switching sides. Man, they were getting a double all night, and they still fighting to the ball. He's still fighting to the ball, bro.
So keep it a band. Do you think Alabama makes the playoffs this year? I personally think so. Think so.
And that ain't no fanboy shit. I'm just.
I had y'all in the playoffs this year.
And that was, I was just discussing that in the barbershop. Just just because the expansion is so big now.
Now next year, I don't have y'all in the playoffs, but this year, because I think y'all just gonna lose too much. But next, y'all, I think y'all gonna start that freshman. I think Ty Simpson transferred this year, and I think that little.
I don't think he transferred.
Y'all think he's gonna stay?
I think he does, man. It's just because just the dynamic. Look, his dad, the college coach, and I'm pretty sure they came to Alabama for a reason. And
Okay.
If you don't transfer this off season, why would you transfer this next off season when you got a goddamn chance, a real possible chance? Because I understand they got Keelan Russell, but I look at he is a true freshman. So with starting true freshman, highly talented is a lot of learning thing. But what the world?
Your shit acting up.
Hey. Do somebody got it on in the background? Got it on in the background?
Oh, ain't my phone. My shit not.
Hey.
Yeah,
I don't hear it no more.
Yeah, you good now?
Hey, but
Yeah,
I don't think he's trying for him, man, because you got a chance to fight for the starting position this year. Now, if you don't win the starting position, you'll probably see him dip out then.
I'm telling you right now, he's not winning that fucking starting position. He didn't. Yeah, he's dipping. He's dipping out. The little guy, Keelan Russell, the intangible, the skill set he has, that's Caleb DeBoer's guy.
Yeah.
That's his guy. He's gonna get it off the mud. Y'all, why stop now? Y'all got all those other true freshmen out there. Why stop now?
And this is why I said that. This is why I said watch out for Austin Mack, because Austin Mack is one of his guys. Yeah, I said that the other night. Watch out for Austin Mack.
Either or. But I do not think that is not his guy. Ty Simpson is not his guy. I just don't see it. I don't see him starting for y'all next year.
And I agree with the Ty Simpson not his guy. I'm just like, you should have transferred this year if whatever you look for. Like,
am I echoing? I don't hear anything though.
Nah, I believe Chris Tom Reed that fuck with us.
Here, I'll tell you how I know he's fucking with us. This comment right here. Van is an undercover dog. Yeah, that's some bullshit. No sir.
Hey, so Tom Reed, I got a question for you. Tom Reed, you're a Georgia fan, right? Do you? Mm-hmm. Tom, I think you're still asleep. Hey, Tom Reed, what is the difference? I know you guys have newfound success. What is the difference between LSU as a football program and Georgia as a football program? Because relatively, we are equal. I know you guys are like you guys have more modern success, but if you look at it, we same amount of championships. I think we beat y'all in the head up. I think we beat y'all 18-14. I think you guys were number 1 in the AP poll more than us, but I think we're ranked more than y'all in the AP poll. And I think we have a couple more players in the NFL all time, y'all. So I think Georgia and LSU is a relatively equal as a powerhouse for football. I always wanted to ask a Georgia fan that. I don't know. He may disagree. He may disagree, but
hey, can I ask the Georgia fan a question also? Like not fanboy stuff, but do y'all think y'all's offense that first half, the way y'all play football, is it going to cost y'all again this year?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you, Tom Reed. I think Georgia is better than LSU right now. I think Georgia's been better than LSU for 4 years now. 4 years. 4 years. 4 years, I think. Ever since 2019, I think Georgia has been better because they've been able to recruit better. But if I go back like more than 5 years, I think it's a different story. Where were you asking him though, Van?
Am I still echoing real bad?
No, not really.
I don't hear it, man. I ain't been. Only echo I heard was mine.
What I was going to ask Tom is not trying to talk shit about Georgia, nothing like that, but like, do you think I think Georgia's offense is going to cost them another game this year, either Ole Miss or Texas. Does he think that their offense is good enough to get them into the playoffs? I'm just curious where he's at on this.
Yeah, he got an answer right there.
I think Georgia beat Ole Miss and they lose against Texas. I think Quentin Ewers is going to light Georgia's secondary up. But I think they beat Ole Miss pretty convincingly too.
I think that's solid. I think if Ole Miss loses to LSU this year, Ole Miss got several more losses ahead of them.
If they lose to us, which I don't think they're going to lose to us, I think Ole Miss is going to come to Death Valley and beat us here. But if we do subsequently end up winning that game, I think Ole Miss is frauds, just like Missouri. They were playing all these high school teams. They were playing all these fucking high school teams. In the beginning of the month, they looked really good, and then when they ran up against a formidable opponent, they were fucking getting their shit punched in.
I agree with that, man. I feel like Ole Miss is a fraud. I feel like about Ole Miss like I feel like Penn State most years.
Yeah, that is fact. That's a good comparison. So that's why last year that made that a good goddamn ball game, because I feel like we're watching the same team from different conferences.
Yeah, I was so glad when Ole Miss beat them. No, those Penn State fans were just talking shit. I was just so glad when the Ole Miss was just walking up and down in their ass, bro. I was just so glad.
I can't stand Penn State for the obvious reasons, the whole Sandusky deal and what's his name covering it up. Same reason I hate UAB right now.
Joe Paterno, wasn't it? Joe Paterno?
Yeah, Paterno.
His old ass. I can't believe they let that man still. They was rolling his ass out there in the
yeah, like for real, bro. That's what I want.
Like, come on, bro. Like, all right, it's tradition, but come on, bro. What cut the shit, guys? What are we doing with this guy?
Yeah, I didn't understand it either, man. And a lot of people love Bobby Bowden. And he was legendary. But people don't talk about all the times that Bobby Bowden cost Florida State. Talent alone, they should have won a lot more national championships than they won.
Just like we don't keep honest about Mac Brown. Mac Brown cost Texas a lot. We don't keep it real about him either.
Yep. Because if you win a handful of championships, you win one or two championships, people consider you legendary, but they don't look past that to the body of work. Like, what's Mac Brown done since 2005, honestly? I mean, he's recruited fairly well at North Carolina and can't do shit with it. I mean, absolutely nothing with it.
Hey, matter of fact, speaking of North Carolina, they got a 4-star tight end commit, and what is that? Some Marshall Preacher or something, tight end, and he's been Cristobal to Alabama now. Cristobal to Alabama.
That's what I'm saying. And like, to me, once James Madison scored 70 on you, and then you had Duke down like 20 points and lost 21-20 the next week, you gotta hang it up, bro. It's done. It's over for you. Just walk away. Why you still got some legacy left? I don't understand just holding on forever. It can't be money, right?
Because my thing is, Mac Brown, you should stay put, bro, and keep your little Texas legacy, because you're ruining it, bro. Like you said, you're ruining the little he have left. He is destroying it right now, bro.
Yeah, he's definitely destroying his legacy right now, bro. Like you have arguably one of the best college football teams ever, and you just going and just for real, it's the Vince Carter situation with me. He's staying too long. I watch Vince Carter. I'm like, all right, bro, you stayed long enough. Now you in 20 and you in your 20th season and 21st season. Like, all right, come on, Mac Brown. It's time to hang this shit up, man. Let a young guy get that job.
I agree with you, because when you think Vince Carter, you think of those dunks. You think of like you think all those years with the Raptors, and he just played for fucking ever, and it just kept dropping off. And then he tried to become a pure shooter at one point. Shit.
In the Rick years when LSU was smoking. Yeah, I agree with you, Tom Reed. You guys had a lot of talent with Mark Richt that years. I feel like your offense was not all the way complete, and every time LSU met with Georgia, that would tell the tale. That's why I said Georgia was inching. That's why I said Les Miles and Nick Saban kept Mark Richt from winning at least 2 national championships.
I agree.
That team from Georgia was a lot of those years. The teams were stacked. And 2011, that SEC championship, Georgia held us all the way up until the second half. It wasn't until that interception with Tyron with the Honey Badger and turned the game around. But Georgia was holding us, man.
Hey, the same goes for 2012.
Georgia always had a good team, man. It's just
that same goes for 2012, the 2012 SEC championship when we beat Georgia. What were they, 2 yards away? 2 yards away from beating us. And
they would have
beat the brakes off of Notre Dame that year too for a national championship. So yeah, I've never thought about it like that, Chris, but that's a hell of a way to put it. LSU.
I figured like this. That 2012, I do believe Mark Richt that LSU, that Georgia team would have stumped a mud hole in Brian Kelly's Notre Dame Irish asses.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. Let me tell you, it's going to talk. You go into going after Jeremy Pruitt next year. Is Jeremy Pruitt, is he eligible to come back?
Yeah,
I really don't know.
I know at least. I
thought that was the whole thing anyway. He was going to come back to Alabama and be y'all's guy.
But that was the whole thing. The thoughts of Nick Saban was there, though. You know.
Okay, so yeah, Caleb DeBoer might have a different sentiment.
Yeah.
Well, as long as he fucking do right.
Yeah, keep him away from money and keep
that motherfucker away from McDonald's. That's all y'all need to do. Y'all keep him away from McDonald's. He gonna be fine. He gonna be fine.
Oh, hell, it's legal to pay him now.
Yeah.
Man, he fucked over Tennessee.
Ooh, bad.
He put him in the penalty and everything.
Because dude, they had some talent flow in there. Dude, they were starting to get some guys, and then crash.
Georgia got 3 teams on their schedule that's going to challenge them: Texas, Ole Miss, and Tennessee. And Georgia has a gauntlet this year.
Yeah. They got one of the hardest schedules in the country.
Georgia and Florida have a really damn tough schedule.
I don't know what the hell Florida did to anybody, but goddamn, they did it. Whatever they did it. That was something we were talking, like people were talking about it in the off season. I'm like, goddamn, in Florida, y'all schedule tripping.
Hey, and guess what, y'all? I'm drinking the Kool-Aid. I think Texas A&M. I can possibly see them dudes lose. Like, if you look at, let me look at their schedule. Because I think they don't really. Okay.
What the hell?
What?
That was random. Did I miss them in the comments?
I was trying to look back and look for the missing comment. I was like, what the hell did I miss?
Hey, Britain be like, what the hell? Like, what?
Oh, God.
You put it up, piss her off, Tom.
Oh, God, Tom Reed. What is going on with you guys? Bruh, look, Ole Miss Texas A&M has a pretty manageable schedule. So this week they play Mississippi State. Then they play us next, LSU next. And they play South Carolina, New Mexico State, Auburn, and they got in with Texas, which I think they'll lose. I can possibly see Texas A&M running the table all the way until Texas to get to Texas, because we haven't beat them in College Station since 2016. I think they're gonna blow the doors off of Mississippi State. I can possibly see them beating us I think they can beat South Carolina. I know they're gonna walk down New Mexico, and they're gonna beat the shit out of Auburn.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you though.
A lot of people, I can see them running the table all the way up until.
I like Mike Elko for Texas A&M.
Yep.
I like that. I like that guy. I like him.
He's ahead of schedule too. I mean, nobody's talking about like they're supposed to be a dumpster fire, and we all respect Elko. He's done some great things in the game of football as an assistant, as a position coach. Like, he's done a lot of good, but he's ahead of schedule right now. If he can start getting
he's been doing good too. He hasn't missed a beat. He's actually been looking better than what he did last year.
And
I agree.
He's getting better as his season going out too.
Yeah, so
and then peaking at the right time.
He's doing straight. Think about that backup quarterback. He's nice too. The little young dude, the little dual threat guy they have.
Yeah.
It's I can see Texas A&M. So before we end, who all y'all see making it in the playoffs?
Football, college football?
Yeah.
Shit, man. Oh shit.
Prediction for the SEC and who y'all think is gonna make it to the SEC championship? I don't know. After week 8, I'm gonna see. I'm not gonna be able to talk.
That's shit hard, bro. The way the SEC going right now, it's so hard. That's too hard.
I think Texas is an automatic.
I think Texas is gonna be an
automatic lock. I think Texas is an automatic lock.
Mm-hmm.
SEC championship, what do they?
I would say Bama, bro, but dog, like
y'all. That defense really scares me, man. Like that defense. Yeah.
Y'all fucked me up with the Vandy loss. It's like, I don't trust y'all. Man, I don't trust y'all. Can we beat South Carolina? Are we gonna beat?
I think that's fair to say, man. Like, our defense looked so bad last week. I don't have a lot of faith.
It scared me. Like, it's like the book is out. The book is out about the secondary now. So it's like, are we going to exploit these? Are we going to spread y'all out and exploit these freshman corners y'all have? Because it's only so much Malachi Moore can do in the back, and we have a first-year play call at y'all defense. I mean, and y'all only going to play better talent.
I would fucking start this shit off.
And I'm not just me taking the fanboy out of this shit. LSU, we have one of the best wide receiver cores in the SEC in college football. So I mean, I don't know, man. I tell you like this: LSU has a way better wide receiver core than Georgia.
I'm wondering though. Like, I don't have a lot of faith in our team because of the defense specifically. It's really not. It's a no-brainer, really. When Vandy runs for 40 on you, you know what I'm saying? It's just hard. It's hard to have a lot of confidence in Alabama right now. I will be a Bama fan to the day they lay me in the dirt. Yeah. But the truth is, when you see your team not doing good things, our DBs do look exposed right now. We're getting pushed around on the line of scrimmage on the defensive line. Our linebackers, they're attacking the wrong gaps. I mean, it's just there's not a lot to like right now about Alabama's defense, if anything at all. So I got to take us out of the playoffs until I can see our defense making enough adjustments to play a good football game. And right now, I ain't seeing it.
And see, for me, I gotta go back to that player shit, man. Them dudes looked at when you go. I finally took time to look back, and I was just specifically looking at defense. And when I take time specifically to look at defense of players on the field look weak. It's times where the defensive line even did what they were supposed to do, open up the gap for the linebackers to meet the motherfucker in the hole, but he gets shoved out the motherfucker. The motherfucker that come up and make the tackle, get his ass drove back at least 5 yards by the running back. That's weak shit, man. That's weak defense.
I want to say this real quick. You said you went back and watched it?
Yeah.
Man, Vandy was hitting the B gap on us in the run game like a deep party with no baby oil. I'm telling you right now, man. Like, dude, they were blowing that hole up.
Yes.
Like I was screaming help at one point. I didn't know what the hell to do. Tom Reed said the 4-2-5 only works with strong corners. I mean, yeah, you need strong corners, but you need a damn strong defensive line, or none of it's going to work. I don't care if you got Deion Sanders and Rod Woodson back there. If you can't get pressure on the quarterback, they're going to find a receiver. I hope you're right. I hope you're right, Ken. I hope we do look different on Saturday. But, man, my confidence is shot right now.
Man, I'm going to tell y'all, that's South Carolina. That's a little scrappy-ass team, but they ain't going down without fighting.
I'm telling you.
Y'all might go there and just handle them, but they not like – They got some good fucking D linemen. And then all those, they have an experienced team. Those are they have 4 and 5 year guys on that team.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, the way goddamn Vanderbilt hit that, like you said, that B gap, for fucking South Carolina, fuck it, guys. We're running powder until we can goddamn test the corner. I'm running at your ass. I'm sending somebody through that gap, and I'm running the rocket centers right behind this shit. I'm finna test the strength of these goddamn linebackers. Linebacker play, y'all gotta step up, bro. They gotta step up.
The missed tackles in that game were disgusting. Like the effort the defense was giving. I ain't just shitting on the 4-2-5. I don't have a problem with the 4-2-5, but good God, the effort and the broken tackles and the missed tackles just made me sick.
When you start going back and look at it, you like the 4-2-5 wasn't the problem. But what happens is when your defensive line points, I want stronger defensive line play, but it was a couple plays where they did what they took on the tackles, like they took on the line like they were supposed to, opening up for the linebackers to be there, getting their ass shoved out the way. And what happens is you got a lot of smaller players in the background. So if your goddamn guys up front ain't taking that shit on, you relying on a lot of smaller players to come take on these strong ass running backs, man. And that shit 100%. Don't work. That shit ain't gonna work. Like 4-2-5 to me is good. I like it. And Brittany B, what you just said, I said this about Red Morgan coming out of high school. I said to me, he's a better safety than a corner coming up, and he's a better safety. And this is something that I seen right up the street from. This is something that I know. But 4-2-5, I like it. But god dang it, if your front seven done goddamn doing what they supposed to do, and the linebacker, y'all make a lot of plays. Deontay Lawson, Jahad Campbell, Justin Jefferson, but y'all was getting y'all ass blow out.
I mean, that's what y'all was running back.
I know Diddy, but Diddy.
I mean, that's what y'all was running back in 2011, the 4-2-5, and y'all was running the 3-4.
And why did it work though?
Y'all had some dogs back there.
Yes.
Y'all man on man, everything.
Man on man. Linebacker play. That's why it worked.
Everything was man on man.
Yeah. So. Y'all, I gotta wrap this thing up. I need to go get in the shower, get ready for the last day of the week. To me, I honestly like this show. I continue. I kind of want to continue this. I have fun with it. When my son football season over with, like I said, this is gonna be a player by everything until my son's season over with. But until then, after then, I'll be able to get some permanent times in for this. But I really like this random just. Let's just talk football over the board, man. I like it. Like I said, appreciate you, Van, because honestly, this was inspired by you. Honestly, this was inspired by you. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. But
we got people trying to hook up with other people on this show, man. Tom Reed, he trying to holler at Brittany B, man. That dude wild as fuck, man. That's wild. Calling somebody cute on a college football show is wild.
Would have turned into Paul Feinbaum.
Oh man.
But heck yeah, I think this was really fun. See, this is right down my alley. That's why I love when Van did barbershop talk. Like I said, shit, what we missing is Coach Dude. That's what we missing right now, Coach Dude. Man.
I miss Coach Dude. That was my dude, man. Like when I first started doing barbershop talk, and he jumped on there with me the first time, man. We become friends so fast. And then we would talk outside the show on the phone all the time. Then I start going on his show all the time. There was one day we did a 4-hour show. I did a 6-hour show with him, and then he called me the next day, and we talked pro football for 3 hours on the phone. Like, it was crazy because he was just like me. He really had nobody to talk football with. You know, my wife gets tired of hearing that shit, so I ain't got nobody to talk to about it much. So, yeah, this is fun for me.
Tell the wife I said hi, Tom.
Oh shit!
Oh, man, we got some shit going on this show.
Yeah. My name's Bennett, and I ain't in it. All right, y'all have a good one.
Thanks. Hey, appreciate all y'all though, man. Appreciate all y'all. Blake, Tom, Brittany B, BJ and Kim, Blake, all y'all that showed up. My man Waylon, appreciate you. Continue to keep getting the other, baby. We need you. We need you in this world. We need the Godfather of the SEC. We need him.
Most definitely.
We need him. But I appreciate all y'all, man. Respect, and we'll let y'all know what's going on next with this show and other shows to come. I know we're gonna do something Sunday if everybody available or whatever. I know we got something coming Sunday, but until then, blank up. Deuces.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the hell.
We out. Was that a light? Was that a light sign, Chris?
Nah, nigga, that's just the LSU sign.
I know.
What are you talking?